Good morning student. In our previous period we completed that answer the following questions. Yes, it is given in page 45. Okay, so in the same page now if you see that working with language it is given, yes, downside. So in comics, in that working with language, that is in comics what the characters speak is put in bubble. Yes, this is direct narration. When we report what the characters speak, we use the method of indirect narration. So little bit this also we discussed in our previous period and we started also this. Okay, so again I am reading out this one. So in comics we know very well how it is given, that pictures are given and near to the picture bubble speech is given. Okay, so this is direct narration. When we report that the characters speak, we use the method of indirect narration. Okay, so when we report what the characters speak, we use the method of indirect narration. Yes, so study this example. Now see, in our book page 46 example is given under the heading of working with language. Okay, so for few minutes you people also take out your book and in that pay attention. So in page 46 that example is given. I read it out, that example, like first farmer. So that dialogue of first farmer it is given. Why are your men taking away the entire crop? Second farmer, your men have taken away everything. Officer, you are still in arrears. If you don't pay tax next week, I will send you to jail. Okay, so this we can say talking between three persons, that first farmer, second farmer and officer. The dialogues are given, what the particular person speak. So the first farmer asked the officer why, first farmer asked the officer why his men were taking away the entire crop. Okay, then what second farmer said, that their man had taken away everything. Their man means that person's man had taken everything. So now what officer replied? Officer replied that they were still in arrears and warned them that if they did not pay tax the following week, so they have to means pay the taxes. So he is referred to here to the officer, would send them, the farmers, to jail. Okay, so this is one example is given, that first farmer, second farmer, officer and dialogues are given, that what that first farmer said, second farmer said and officer. Now first question it is given, change the following sentences into indirect speech. Now what we have to do, we have to change the given that speech, that sentences into indirect speech. First man, we must educate our brother. This is the direct, we can say direct speech, direct it is said. Then second man, and try to improve their material conditions. Then third man what said, for that we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. Grievances, that we have to be shared what we think we having problems with the British Parliament. Yes, so now the first, now what we have to do, as the speech given, this is directly said. Okay, now we have to write down that sentences into indirect speech. Okay, so before the example given, you people noted down this question from your textbook, okay, in your notebook, and you have to write down that example also. Now in the first one, so first one we done in our previous period. So what the First man said, so first man said that they must educate their brothers. Yes. Then after second man, and try to improve their material condition. So we have to write down this in indirect speech. So they must try to improve their material condition. Okay. And third man, for that we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. So in the indirect speech when we write, then for that they must convey their grievances to the British Parliament. So this up to the first one we completed in our previous period. Okay. Now the second one it is given. So now you people write down with me. So in the second, first soldier, first soldier. What first soldier? The white soldiers, the white soldier gets huge pay, huge pay. Mansions, mansions, and servants, and servants. Okay, so this is directly said by the first soldier. Now second soldier, second soldier, we get a pittance, pittance, that is the low money, and slow promotions. So this is said by the second soldier, promotions. And then third soldiers, third soldier. So what third soldier said? Who are the British, who are the British to abolish our customs. Yes, customs. So this given in the question. Now we have to write down indirect speech. Okay, so now write down answer. The white soldier, so the first soldier said that, now see, space is given, said that the white soldiers got huge pay, then mansions, good homes, that mansions, and servants. Yes, then after the second man that second soldier. Second soldier. The second soldier remarked that what remarked? That they got a pittance and slow promotions. Then after, now third soldier. Yes, so write down the third soldier asked. What asked? That said, who the British were to abolish their customs. Yes, so in this what we have to do, whatever the sentence is given, we have to write down that particular sentences into indirect speech. Clear? Now see, work speaking and writing. Yes, in the same page, speaking and writing, that heading is given. So in this first one, that is play act the role of farmers who have grievances against the policies of the government, rewrite their speech bubbles in dialogue form first. So first we have, means you have to play role of farmers. So okay, that thing we are not going to do, but means that given that rewrite their speech bubbles in dialogue form. So dialogue form, their speech bubbles we have to write down. Yes. So now give heading that speaking and writing. Write down speaking and writing. See here what I written, the page number, that is the starting page number from where I started. Okay. Now speaking and writing, it is given in page 46. This one. Okay. Speaking and writing. So you have to act the role of farmer who have grievances, who having a resentment against the policies of the government. But that we are not going to do. Yes, we are going to write down their speech bubbles in dialogue form. First you have to write down that and then you have to play. So this question you people note it down from your book. Okay, question you people note it down. Now I am going to write down that answer. Okay, So speech we have to write down. So the first farmer, Britishers have taken away all my crop. Then after the second farmer, it is a shame that we pay such heavy taxes. Yes, then after third farmer. So third farmer, write down in this answer only. Now third farmer, dialogue. Okay, so third farmer, there is famine year after year. All our crops are dead. How will we pay them? How will we pay them? Now, this is the dialogue of third farmer. Yes, as we written. Now, the fourth farmer, they say I am still in arrears. If I don't pay next week, they will send me to jail. Okay, that means I am in an arrear, that I have to be pay taxes. Yes, and if I am not going to pay, then they will send me to jail. So that write the dialogues in the speech bubble. Okay, and then erect. So play we are not going to do, that act. Okay, but just we write down the dialogues. Okay, now see in the next page 47, look at pictures. Now pictures given, and a downside of that picture, that sentences are given, okay, which is related with the given pictures. Look at the pictures. Fox accidentally falls into a well. So, in the picture we can say that accidentally if fox falls into a well. Then after in the second picture we can see how do I get out of here, means now that fox is thinking that how do I get out of here. Okay. Then after in the next picture, hello, is this water sweet? Now you can see picture of other animal that what asked that hello, is this water sweet? Okay, asking that animal to the fox. So now you know that fox is how cunning, yes or no, by nature. So fox said, too sweet, I have had so much I might faint, means I already drank so much, now I am fainted and it's too sweet. So let me test it. So that animal said that got it look like, okay, so it said yes, let me taste it. Thanks for the help, come out when you can. And then what that as the god comes, so with the help of the back of the god, what fox do? He goes out. My mother used to say, and now what got inside thinking as now God fall down. So say, be careful how you take the advice of people you don't know. Means now that God, in the God mind, that thing comes that my mother used to say, my mother always tell me that be careful how you take the advice of people you don't know. So never without thinking take advice of the people. Okay, so this is the small story with the help of picture it is given. Yes, now see, first question given, ask one another questions about the pictures. So with the pictures so many questions are related. So what we have to do, we have to ask to one another. Okay, so where is the fox? So we can getting the that answer from the picture, that story only. Yes, then how did it happen? What is the fox thinking? Who is the visitor? Who comes? God comes. What does she want to know? Then what is the fox reply? What happens next? Where is the God? Where is the fox now? What is the God thinking? So all the answers you get it from the story. Okay, and I feel that you people are able to write down the answers of this small questions. Yes, so you have to what you have to do in your notebook, write down second question, look at the picture. Okay, and in second question you have to note it down this pictures that point only, no need to draw the pictures, only sentences you have to note it down, that first one, then after second, then third, okay, then after 4, 5, 6, 7. In this way you note it down, and then after first question, that question is ask one another question. So that thing is not possible. So what you do, whatever the questions given in first one, you answer, you find it out answer of that question from this sentences, from the story. Okay, now second question given, write the story in your own word, give it a title. So now we have to write down the story. Okay, so second question, in this second, the first one which is given, you have to write down by yourself. What you have to do, simply that second is given, look at the pictures, look at the pictures given now. Look at the pictures Yes, now see, now you write down all that points one by one. One is fox accidentally falls into a well. Okay, now then after second, now I am not going to write. Second one you have to note it down. How do I get out of here? You have to take it in a slipping way that pictures. So second one, how do I get out of here? Then after third one, that is, hello, is this water sweet? Okay, then you have to write down fourth here, that too sweet, I have had so much, I might faint. Then after fifth point you have to write down, let me test it. Then you have to write down sixth point, thanks for the help, come out when you can. And then you have to write down the last seventh one, that my mother used to say, be careful how you take the advice of people you don't know. Okay, so in this way you have to write down. We are not going to draw the pictures. Now first question in this. So after writing all these sentences, now first question given, you have to compulsory write down all these points from your textbook in your notebook. Then after first one, okay, so first one that is given, ask one another question. So what you do, you just simply write down, answer the following question. Okay, we are not going to ask anyone, so what we write, answer the following questions. Clear? And then one by one you have to take it all the questions and answer them. So first question is, where is the fox? Where is the fox? Okay, in this way. Then you have to write down answer 1. Then after question 2, what is the fox thinking? Then you have to write down answer 2. In this way you have to complete up to what is the God thinking. This first exercise you have to do by yourself, because all the answers you find it from the story only. Okay. So student, in this period up to this much, I stop here. Whatever just now we completed and what I tell you, okay, what you have to do. So you have to complete that all things. Now further we will continue in our next period. Thank you. Goodbye.